JD Conti, joining us now with, something that took place just earlier this morning. We're getting details on it. JD's joining us now. You kind of followed along with this procession through Mabank. Walk me through what it was like for you, just kind of seeing the response and all the people coming out to line the streets for this procession.
Yeah, it was emotional for sure. I never met Mr. Woodard, but with the people I talked to this morning, I felt like I did in some aspect. Just the pictures we've seen on social media and the conversations I had this morning, people really described him as just somebody who was full of joy, a servant. He was a police officer along with the fire chief of the town. He was a father, obviously, and he was also, as I learned this morning, he was a softball coach. And I was hanging out this morning with the softball team that he coached. You're going to see some video of them in just a second. We'll wait. That's a really cool lower third. Just there they are, just a bunch of cutie patooties. They had their signs out there with thank you, coach, and all of that stuff. And it's heartbreaking, that this community has lost somebody like that, and the kids have lost their father, and a wife has lost her husband. Such a tragedy all around. But it was so nice to see the community come out this morning. There was a lot of people. Yeah, and it was hot. It was like. It was East Texas hot out there. And it was, standing out there in the street. We were waiting for they probably didn't get there until about 11:20, 11:25. I don't know. I'm probably guessing, but, and they said, around 11. So people had been waiting out there. Some people had been waiting out there for like an hour. So, people came out, and they came out, and there were a lot of people. So just props to them and prayers for them, just for continued peace. And shout out to Mabank.
Absolutely. Now, I know you got to talk to a few folks. Can you tell me who you got to talk to?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and hear from Miss Odom. She actually got to coach with Chief Woodard. That's the softball team that you'll see in some of that video there.
I've known Charlie for a very long time, for many, many years. We go way back to high school together. So we've known each other for a pretty long time.
And you're his assistant coach. Tell me what that was like.
Yeah, so just being on staff with Charlie is just something special. I mean, there's nothing that can just make it any easier. He was the type of coach that really just made it wholesome for the kids. He was in it for them. He wasn't in it for himself. He would leave the fire station or a scene of a call and come to practice anything that we needed. He was always there for anything that we needed, and he was always on time, the first one there and the last one to leave. So
yeah. And tell me a little bit about what the last couple of days have been like for you.
I think it's just been an absolute utter disbelief loss to our community, not only just for the Mabank Police Department, the Mabank Fire Department, the City of Mabank, just for the Mabank Baseball Softball Association, here for the Mabank Diamond Divas and the Mabank 6U All-Star team. There will be never anybody that could ever take the place of Charlie and fill those shoes. We love Coach Charlie with all of our heart, and it was just a complete honor to be on staff and coach alongside him on the field.
Were you at the rodeo on Friday night?
On Friday night, Saturday night? Yes, we were on there Saturday night, yes.
Were you there on Saturday night?
Yes, sir.
So did you kind of get the commotion after, or were you already gone?
We were already gone, but we were actually able to make it with him afterwards.
So you saw him that night?
Well, we actually saw him that night, and our girls were very excited standing on that fence when they saw him in his fire department uniform, and all of the T-ball kids are, "Coach Charlie, there you are!" And of course he was, like he always is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos of him doing stuff. He seemed very joyful.
Very joyful. I don't think that there's anybody on this earth that could have been more joyful than him. And he was a servant, a true definition of a servant.
Yeah.
And it's going to be something that we're never going to ever forget him, and his legacy will live on forever, for sure.
Is there anything else you want to say?
We love you, bud. We're going to miss you. The Diamond Divas and the Mabank 6U All-Star team love you, and I promise you that the Diamond Divas will live on forever, and we love you so much. Your legacy will always be here with us.